Good afternoon, welcome to Honda Choice with your host, Scott, and I'm here with...
One, the only Bill Hartley.
This is true.
I started in the paranormal field, I had childhood experiences where I was seeing a tall, thin apparition in my house. And then it kind of digressed, and then I got into Civil War reenacting, and then having experiences doing this as a Civil War reenactor, it kind of spurred me on and pushed me into this field. I'm a geek of all technologies, I swear to God. I'm buying a new cell phone every time something's coming out. As far as the paranormal side, I think it came because everybody wants to buy the newest, the latest, the greatest, and I'm trying my best to keep up because it seems like every time I think I got a good stock of equipment, I turn around and someone's walking around with something else, and I gotta learn that one too. I usually don't develop. I work on what's existing, and I also try to curtail what's available and make it part of the paranormal, like a good trigger object, for example. I carry in my vest a bunch of little window alarms you can buy at a cheap hardware store because you can just stick them to a wall and flip them on, and they're motion censored. So if someone jiggles it, it sends it off. So, and they're loud as hell. So like, that's one of those things like I'll turn on and throw in a couple different locations just to see if it triggers. My best advice would be always trust your instincts above any piece of equipment. 2, read everything. Every crap ghost hunting book you can find, read it and adapt it to being your own, because you have to be comfortable in the field. You have to be able to go into the location and be good in your own skin. So don't emulate what you see on TV, and don't think that is how it has always got to be. I mean, for us, when we did Ghost of Shepherdstown, Elizabeth, Nick, and I all came from different backgrounds, and we had to learn to mesh together. But fortunately, though we had so many different backgrounds, when we got together, it was good. We worked out fine. But I mean, you have to learn everything, and don't take anything as gospel. The woods, episode 5, the goddamn woods, and that thing screwed me up so bad. And it wasn't. I mean, I never would have set out to think that it would have happened. I never had this experience in all the years of paranormal investigating, but when I got into the woods, whatever was out there, I jumped. That's all I can say. I went from feeling nauseous and tired to angry to getting rushes where I had anxiety rushes, and it was like intermittently. It was going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and then at one point they shot the flare at me, and apparently I was like super cold, even though it was like 90-some degrees out. So obviously something was there messing with me. And it was at one point when Lori Johnson, God love her, I mean, she wanted to help and everything else, but in my mind, because of what was going on, the first instinct was when she was coming up the hill to see me was to punch her. That was my whole instinct. I really wanted to swing her. That's why I was holding on to this tree as hard as I was. Because if I let that hand go, it was going to go. And I didn't want to do that. It would make interesting, weird TV, but I didn't want to do that, So yeah, the woods is what really screwed me up. My favorite's always a tried and true voice recorder, because I always find that you get the most evidence with it, and it's less problematic than, say, using a full spectrum camera or a digital camera, or the newer stuff that's out there like the pyramids and stuff like that. I mean, the voice recorder, I can set in an empty room and just let it run for a while and come back and see if I got anything. If I'm walking around with anything that's measuring electrical currents, a place like this where there really isn't any electric, that would be one thing. But when I'm investigating someone's private residence, it's not like I can say, we're going to rip the power lines off the poles and see what we can get. So I go voice recorder first and always.
He is super awesome. Check out his YouTube channel. It is a lot of a wealth of information out there. He's been doing a lot of amazing work, so check it out. Check out his website, his YouTube, his Twitter. All that is information I'll put down in the link below. Have a great night, and thanks again.
Peace.